Hey guys, it's Inevitable, and today I'll be doing my first video in my Xbox 360 modding series. This video will be on removing the epoxy around the GPU chip, increasing the effectiveness of reflow or the X-clamp method. Okay guys, so here we are. This is our Xbox. That is not my thermal compound, by the way. This is one that I have not yet modified and I have not replaced the thermal compound on yet. That is why the thermal compound is so messy. So, I have an AU968 reflow station, which I use to heat up the epoxy and make it slightly easier to remove. The less forces required, the less likely you are to mess up your motherboard, so that's why I use that. That's not required, but it helps. So I'm going to turn it on. I use it at 136 degrees Celsius on flow level 3 with my little small tip so I can get an accurate or a correct flow of where I want it to go. I'm doing it on one of the edges right now. I'll do another one in the corner just to give you show you how to do both. So I'm just going to heat this up about 30 seconds just to make it softer, easier to remove. One thing you want to be really careful of when doing this is not scraping the traces, which are right here. Those you don't want to scrape with the screwdriver. This is fine because it's not sharp or anything. You don't want to scrape them with a screwdriver because they will, if you do, it will make it unfixable, like a very hard to fix red ring of death error, and you'll have to replace those yourself, which is exceptionally hard, and you might as well just buy a new one. Okay, so I have done this for about 30 seconds. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to get my little mini screwdriver. I'm going to come at this from behind it like this, and push it in slightly, itch it in, and I can go in from the sides and back from here. And once you have it off a little bit, you can slide it under, and then you can pull it off with your fingers. And there's one of the side pieces. Okay? Now to do a corner one, you can go basically the same process. I'm going to turn this around for y'all, right here. I'm going to heat it up for about another 30 seconds to get it soft. The corner pieces are actually a little bit easier because they rip off a little bit easily. You don't have to worry, if you're using the heat method, you don't have to worry about shaking the board because this isn't hot enough to reflow, and therefore I'm not worried about shaking any of the solder balls underneath the chip. Okay, so I'm going to put that down again, and I'm going to go at it like get a little closer to it. And then I'm going to put my fingernail under it and pull it up like that, pull it off the front side. I'm going to pull it off the second side. And there is another corner piece. Just to get a third view of it, we're going to do another side piece right there. It's going to be this one right here. And so I'm just going to heat this one up for a second. You'll know when it's coming off because it won't be as clear when it's starting to come off. It'll be a white color, and that's when you know you're getting a good separation between the board and the epoxy. Right now I'm doing the GPU. Most of the time this will be done on the CPU, I'm doing this on the CPU. Most of the time it's done on the GPU because that's what most people often reflow. I'm just doing it on the CPU because the GPU on this board doesn't have epoxy on it because it's one of the earlier models. So that's heated up, and I'm going to put that down. I'm going to come back at it like that. You can see the end is starting to come up a little bit because it's becoming slightly whiter. I keep wiggling that under there. I'm going to slide it up, get separated, and then I can just lift it up with my fingers. Okay, so that is how you remove the epoxy. It's a very simple process. Just make sure you don't scrape the traces. Rate, subscribe, comment, anything. Thanks a lot for watching my video.